So, our characters find themselves around the campfire as the sun goes down, as you all begin to bed down for the evening. How would you like to go about this? Is there anything you would specifically like to do? Would you all want to just go to bed? Do you want to set a watch? What's the plan?
We should probably set a watch.
I was thinking that too.
It doesn't seem safe.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. And I don't know if people just before went to sleep wanted a little jam session. I play some tunes. We are on the road after all. Or you guys too tired? Don't worry, just forget I mentioned it.
It's been a long day, Red, but I appreciate the offer.
Well, I'm used to getting up early anyway for the bakery, so I don't mind doing the last watch.
Why don't I take the second last? It's usually the worst.
I'm more of an evening person than an afternoon or morning or middle of the day person. I'll go first. I'll stay up a bit later.
Okay, and then Rory second. Okay, so the group that's going to bed first, all bed down. And we're in a space that is very similar to Loch Lomond in Scotland, and you're on the east coast of it. So the sun disappears fairly rapidly, and over hills on the other side of the loch. Darkness comes quickly. And Poe, could I please get you to roll me a d6, please?
So what I'm doing when I'm on watch is I'm climbing up a nearby tree with my little talons, click, 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 and I'm just kind of perching there and just rotating my head here and there. On the d6, I got a 3.
A 3. Okay. You clambered up the tree. You're looking out into the night. Are you looking for anything particular, or are you just watching for any movement?
I am absolutely looking out for any kind of movement that might indicate a creature nearby. I don't know how windy it is, how much kind of movement there is in the trees anyway. Definitely looking out for something the size of a dog. Because where there's one, there could be more. And that was an incredibly scary experience. And I have, as an ancestry trait, I have an eye for detail. Oh no, that's a class trait. But basically, I can use a bonus action to make a perception check to spot hidden creatures or objects. And so I don't know if I could do it twice as much.
Yeah, go for it. So advantage on a perception check, so that would make that double again. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, I was just because I was trying to slightly bend that rule, but to say that if I would be doing one, if we were doing action economy as an action and a bonus action,
okay,
could I?
What we'll say then in that
Would that help?
What we'll say then in that case is we'll lower the DC and give you advantage.
Ooh, fun! Thanks. That's fair. Okay. We have 15 on the dice.
You climb and clamber up this tree and start to scan around looking for any big dogs similar to what you may have come across earlier today. Nothing like that, but from here you can see out to the grey, onto the loch. And it is dark, but the moon is out and it's reflecting brightly onto the surface of the water. And it's still, the winds are down. You are watching for a while, and suddenly you swear you see a flipper emerge from the surface of the water. Large flipper.
It doesn't come towards the shore? Or
Just
anything?
kind of flips out, slaps down onto the water. You get a brief moment to look at it, and then it disappears again.
Probably start and then kind of cock my head, look for the next few seconds to see if there's any sign of it repeating. Did I just imagine that? But then the still surface of the lock has been disturbed, and so there's like waves rippling the reflections of the moon and the stars. So I know something. I saw something.
Yeah.
I don't think I know what I saw, but can't explain.
This is odd, out of place, never seen something like this before. And your watch passes fairly quietly otherwise. Nothing really happening in that time.
Well, I would like to keep it that way. I'm going to keep it real quiet. Because before I wake up, is it Rory who's taking second watch? Or before I wake up Rory, I'm going to, first of all, make sure that everyone's asleep. And second of all, get close to Red. Because when we were leaving town, Red picked up something that he saw as just a trinket. But to me is a really shiny trinket. And like the shiniest trinket. I've wanted this for a long time. And Red doesn't understand what he has, and he doesn't appreciate what he has. And I deserve it more. So I'm going to look carefully around Red's possessions, maybe like searching for this thing. I don't think I will necessarily touch him, but I'll look through all the pockets and back.
Before we get you to do that, question for Rachel then. How heavy a sleeper is Red?
I think because he's on the road and he's just saw that little mole boy, he's probably very tense. So I think, although usually he'd be a deep sleeper, snoring and turning, all the rest of it, he's probably not sleeping as deeply as usual.
Okay. In which case, I am gonna say that Poe, if you're not touching, you're just looking, right? You just want to see if you can find it.
I'll go through bags, and if there's like a dangling pocket or something. I don't want to touch. I don't want to disturb Red's body.
Okay. If you want to make me a sleight of hand check, and because Red is light sleeping, I am going to say that if you could make me a perception check, but you will do it at disadvantage because you are sleeping, but you have a chance to try and wake up.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay. And I don't know if this is at all some bullshit that I can pull. I have an ancestral ability, Skulker. So I have advantage on stealth dexterity checks in dim light or darkness. But this is not a stealth
I
check.
think it will still count under this particular circumstance.
Well, I got a 5 on my perception check.
I rolled really badly as well, but I did get a 15.
Damn!
So badly.
So, as Poe is looking around and like checking pockets and looking for this little fish scale, the camera will zoom inside the mind of Red, who we just see in the garden playing with 2 little kids. And you are having the absolute time of your life. They are throwing a hot cross bun between each other, and you're in the middle and you can't catch it. It keeps going over your head or over your shoulder. They're getting really good at this, and they'll just like smile and wave, and you are happy. And whilst you're happy, a crow is dipping into a pocket, and we'll see a shiny, bright scale. Do you take it, Poe?
100%.
Not even what? You're not even thinking about a wisdom save. You just want to take
No,
it.
I think that Poe, I think, has Poe's had a really intense day, and has gone quite far outside his comfort zone. Um, he even gave something to Rory without like expecting something in return at the end of the day, that day. So that's not a comfortable state for him. And so I think old habits are going to come back, and he just gets back into his comfort zone and is just, I want that more than he does. I assume I do. So therefore, it's completely right that it be.
Two things happen. You pick the scale out of the kind of breast pocket of Red, and as you pick it up and look at it closely, you feel a flash in your mind. This is unusual, this is strange, but it's good. You enjoy this feeling. And at the same time, in the dream world, the two boys look at Red and say, "We don't want to play with you anymore. You're just going to leave." And then you tuck away the scale and get ready to wake up Rory.
Fuck. My children.
I will skulk over to Rory, and I'll go actually to the opposite side, so that it doesn't look like I've come from Red to Rory, and I'll nudge him awake with one talon. Come on, lad. Sir, it's your turn.
No worries.
No.
Yep. Get a good rest in.
And tuck my head under my wing where I stand. Just dab to sleep.
And sleep quickly takes you. Rory, you're awake. What would you be doing as part of your watch?
So I think Rory can't see in the dark. I don't believe. No, I can't. So what I'm going to do in lieu of that is I'm just going to find a sort of just a nice spot with a little tree stump, and I'm going to rest my sword on the tree stump and just kind of use that as the sort of warding, and just sort of keep an eye on that to see if that starts glowing to be my alarm system rather than watching out per se. I mean, I'm going to stare out a bit into the dark as well, and I'm just going to get a set of like crochet hooks out of my bag and just sort of start idly. I don't think it's even anything particular. I think it's just something to do with their hands. Just that last day, there was just a lot, and need something to kind of keep the brain cells firing to stop them going to darker places.
You say stop yourself going to darker places. Today was a lot. Today was new for you. You killed for the first time today. And whilst the kind of internal message that you have is that it was worthwhile, it was a good thing, still playing on your mind a little as you have these crochet hooks out, mindlessly creating some sort of little creature or object or whatever it is that you're putting together. Your mind starts to wander, and these crochet hooks suddenly in your hand feel like two small little daggers, and you find yourself in a daydream on a rooftop, locked in combat with a faceless figure, and you hear a voice behind you saying, "Good job, Rory, get them down, we can't let them get away." And you turn to see this polecat wearing a cape and a purple overcoat. This is the purple polecat from your comic books, and you're there jousting with an unknown enemy, and you look around to see that the purple polecat is locked in combat with a similar faceless looking enemy. What would you like to do?
I think there is that sort of moment of like wonder. Is like, this is what I've always wanted. And the fact that this enemy is kind of faceless makes it easy, but there is still just that little fragment of doubt, just sort of like, I think Rory is going to sort of be like, I'm going to disarm them. Like that's what a true sort of hero would do, make them repent their ways.
Okay. Disarming rules, like specifically there, do you have an ability for that? That's fine. What I would like us to do is this faceless enemy and you are going to just have like a straight dexterity roll against each other to see whether you're able to disarm them.
Okay. 23.
Okay, they rolled an 18, so you managed to knock their blade out of their hands, and they look towards the ground and then look back up at you, and as you look them in the face, you see a familiar swallow that just says, "Why?" And then you look down at your hands again and you're just holding crochet hooks as you come back to the quiet of the dark forest. The Blade of Wardang is not showing anything, it is quiet. And your watch comes to an end, with nothing really happening in the material world here. But you can wake up Pen whenever you're ready.
I think I just sort of sigh deeply, sort of steady myself, and then just head over to wake up Pen.
I'll wish you a good night's rest, or as good as it can be after the day we've had.
Do you want to keep the blade on you, just for a bit of extra?
I can see it from where I'm sitting. Keep it out of the scabbard.
I'll just lie
I
down.
can see fine in the dark. Which is good, because the first thing I would like to do after finding a slightly higher vantage point, a rock or something, is to take out the clipboard, which I stole from Hickory.
Absolutely.
And read through and find out what my patron thought was so important.
This is a thick clipboard. There is a lot of forums on here. There's a lot of notes being made by the health and safety squirrel. You can see that there are permits for things that you've never heard of. Like, why do people have to declare how many acorns they're moving? Like, thatched roofs are not that common anymore, but they're still recording how many people are putting thatched roofs on their abode. This information, this does not seem of interest, but you're rifling through, and after maybe about 17 pages of notes, you notice something that is familiar. The description of a Gerbine, a mousefolk called Ewan. And alongside that, a note is moving illicit contraband, machinery, high-tech, arcane in nature, without a permit. Must keep an eye on. Known associates, Angus, Tony Ebel, Strig, Astrid, Badger, bit of a heavy set, powerful looking one, didn't say much. And Edie, small hedgehog, don't trust them.
Pickpockets. What are they up to? Machinery. I'm gonna look out towards the lake. What are they doing?
A flash in your mind. Bags of coins being thrown at a small mousefolk that looks like a little musketeer. A badger pushing heavy machinery into the woods. A snake in the grass. And the howling of dogs.
I'm not sure I understand. They'll stop them. After what they did to me. I'll make sure they can't hurt any more people. And I'll spend the rest of my watch just sitting in quiet contemplation, clutching the arrow-shaped opalescent pendant I wear around my neck.
And again, your watch goes without too much incident here in the real world. And time has passed as you're thinking. And you can see the sun starting to rise also slightly as you think about waking Red.
I'll go wake Red.
Oh. And it's not been too eventful then?
No.
Alright, well, no news. News is good news. I'll let you have a nap before we get going again.
Be surprised if I can sleep.
Well, try your best. It'll help. Good.
Yeah.
Pen lays down to head back to sleep, and in that moment, Red, you see the sun starting to crest over the hills to the east. And you get an urge.
I think Red really tries to suppress it. He's like grasping at his throat. But it's just got to come out.
Can I, as my last action before I wake up, before I go back to sleep, cast silence?
Why would you have done that, though?
Because I have mostly been sleeping in an alley outside of Red's house. So I am very familiar with their morning routine after a couple of months of that.
Absolutely. We did establish that's where you emerged.
One eye open, look up and go, no.
So, silence has been cast. Red wakes up. You look at the rising sunlight and you can't hold it in, and you let out a large call of the rooster, but no sound reaches the ears of the other campmates. But it's not too far off of morning at this point. But how do you feel? Because I imagine in this sphere of silence, you don't hear it either.
Yeah, I'm freaking out. That should not happen. That has never happened to me before. I think I run over to Pen, who said she probably wasn't going to sleep anyway, so it's fine, and just shake her. And I'm shouting, can you hear me? Can you hear me? But obviously nothing's coming out.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my last limited ability I have this before we long rest reset. Can I try to charm Red?
Go for it.
Oh no, I can't because it has a verbal spell component. Never mind. I'm just gonna motion to Red and go and close my eyes and pretend I'm asleep until my concentration on the silence ends.
I think oh, okay, it gets it, and then sits back down, leans against his pack, and does a sort of little check. First of all, checks he's still got his wand of magic missiles, that's still there, that's kept close to the chest. And then he turns and in a little pouch, he gets out a little jar and just opens it and spreads out his cook's utensils and just puts in a little bit of flour and a little bit of water into this jar that has this little gloopy guy that's just kind of maybe it's stretching a little bit, maybe it's getting ready for the day. It just starts chomping down on the flour, and this is Red's sourdough starter, Crustina Aguilera. So it's yep, morning. It's about that time, isn't it? I know it's been a little while. Sorry about that. won't make you wait again. But of course, nothing is coming out still, but Red's just kind of getting into the flow of it. So then closes his jar, puts that away, takes out his horn, and just plays silently until the watch ends or something else happens.
A Strig owl flies over and looks down to see you just like playing in silence, like nothing coming out of it. Like it's like, no, I'm sure it's some sort of performance art, and keeps flying. And we reached the morning. Everybody, please take a long rest, and also we've leveled up. So you're moving up a level. Morning comes, everyone wakes. It's a bright new day. Sweet smells on the air, a sense of hope for the road ahead. And when you're ready, you can make your way out onto the road in the direction you believe of the Devil's Staircase. Anything anyone is doing before you hit the road, or are we just heading out?
I would like to apologize to Red.
You know, it took me a while to figure out what was going on. I'm sorry for waking you up again, but it's been a while since I had tricks like that played on me. I don't know what I'm going to do if I get spellcaster out of one of these twins. It's going to be madness.
Yeah, probably. Just figured everyone could use a little bit more sleep before you woke us up. I'm surprised because the spell should have only lasted 10 minutes, so I'm surprised you stayed quiet after that.
Oh, I think I just kind of got used to it. It doesn't come naturally to me, so got to take it quiet when you can, I guess.
That's what I think, yeah.
Okay. And with that,
shall we
head out onto
Let's
the road?
go.
It is a lovely morning here. In the woods, the birds in the trees are singing, which is odd because like they're quite big. But as you hear the lovely like dawn chorus from flying like individuals as they're moving through, no one is stopping to say hello. People are busy and have their own business to do. And
There's a barbershop quartet on one tree.
they're like really
Yeah.
like a really annoying little group. Like they were known to compete with the Rusts. These are like a group of sand martins, which like not quite as good as the barn swallows, which is just a true fact about birds. Swallows are better than sand martins. And Alex doesn't agree. You continue on your wander for around 45 minutes, 50 minutes or so, with nothing really happening. And further down the road, you see that it will start to split. And just before you reach that crossroads, you meet or see an individual who is standing looking out at the loch, has a thumb up like pointed out at the water, their tongue sticking out, a paintbrush in their other hand, and an easel set up in front of them. And Reese, could you introduce your character for us, please?
You look over and you see a pine marten who is obviously fully engrossed in this painting of the loch. He's wearing a pale linen suit, fairly nondescript, little straw bow tie, and probably the most obnoxious bow tie you have ever seen. It is bright purple, bright green, bright yellow. It is hideous, and it is glorious. It is not just Bill Nye, it is Bill Nye who has decided that science wasn't quite enough for him, and he should do something that not only offends every religion, but also every scientific endeavor it's a terrible bow tie, is what I'm saying. And so he'll just kind of adjust the easel, look over and say, hello friends, greetings, welcome to the road. Martin Pine, Pine Martin, lovely to meet you. Don't worry, I've heard them all. Welcome to here. How can I help you? I could paint a portrait of anyone who cares to, or if you would like a landscape, those are going relatively cheaply. But also we have I can be a guide, a local area enthusiast. I'm also, if you'd like, I could revel you with a song. Not quite my wheelhouse, but I could try. Sorry, Martin Pine Martin. Sorry, I don't know whether we've met.
What kind of songs are you into? What's your whole vibe, Red Bantam Fleet?
Oh, hello, Red Bantam Feet. Honestly, I'm a fan of modern pop. I can't sing it, but I'm a fan. So
I hear
yes,
you.
marvelous. And where are you off to on this fine and sultry day?
I think we're going to the place that everyone's running away from.
Are you sure that's wise?
I don't know if it's wise, but I think it's necessary.
Ah, yes, necessity, mother of travel. Yes. Sorry. Hello, Fred. Are you all together?
Oh
Is
yeah,
this
we're together. We're all together. We're like a party. One
Well, I mean,
party.
I could do a painting group discount. If you'd like, as I get a nice portrait going.
I'm not sure we've got time.
Oh, well, of course, speed is of course necessary. Oh, yes.
Oh, but we could always maybe use a guide.
Oh, I'm flattered. I would love to. I'd be delighted. I mean, if there are no objections, happily, gladly.
We had a pretty rough day yesterday, and part of that came from stepping out of our comfort zone and into the unknown. So
Also,
Oh.
we are still outside our comfort zone, but if we could step into your comfort zone and then travel within that zone as it moves, then by the transitive property, we are in a comfort zone, if not our own.
Well, I must say, most of my children would tell me that I'm a very comfortable zone. I would make sure that they're doing well. Yes, wonderful. Sorry, your name.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh.
Pod.
oh,
Poe. Sorry,
Oh.
it's the ears, you see. Yes, wonderful. Oh, Poe and wonderful. Good. And your name, dear
Penelope.
Penelope.
Yeah.
Penelope. How are you?
Conflicted.
Ah, well, there's many a good thing done in conflicting circumstances.
Not conflicted about good things right now. Specifically, the conflict is Martin Pine is exactly the kind of person Penelope would have robbed in a past life. Is trying to resist the urge.
Super.
On that note, then, do you want to make me a little wisdom saving throw, then, please?
Or it's a 16.
Okay. You see that this lovely linen suit and the fantastically described bow tie are quite bodacious. They're quite pricey looking. This Pine Martin might be a little bit of wealth.
Can I see if I recognise the craftsmanship on this bow tie?
Of course you can.
Investigation?
I would say investigation, yeah.
Please roll a fit check.
It's a real bad check. That's a 3.
No, this is not the sort of tailoring that you have come across before. This is something different, something new, something from far off land.
I'm just sort of transfixed by it and sort of looking at the bow tie rather than at you. I'm Rory Douglas, also.
Rory, hello, lovely to meet you. Martin Pine, Pine Martin, lovely to meet you. No relation. So how on earth, where are you heading to? I know, I assumed that you're heading to where other people are leaving, but that doesn't narrow it down that much. There's a lot of places that people are leaving these days.
The Devil's Stairs.
Oh, the Devil's Staircase, yes, of course, very familiar. Wonderful lighting, roughly, mid-afternoon. Beautiful, beautiful, stunning even. The old, the dappling, the light, the coruscation, beautiful. Reminds me of paintings. Yes. Well, if you, I'd be more than happy to take you at least part of the way, if not all the way, to the old DS, as it were.
That'd be grand.
Wonderful, marvelous, glorious. Right, I should. Would you mind bearing with me whilst I pack up my things? Could you hold this for me, and we'll just pass like kind of the small, like kind of tiny coin purse, and we'll pass it. We'll just kind of like offer it into midair.
Penelope backs up.
I just Penelope, well volunteered. If you could hold that for me for a moment.
Okay, I'll take it then.
Thank you kindly. And I've got a couple, and we'll pass the paintbrushes, and we'll hand them over to Poe, and we'll. Rory, would you mind grabbing the easel there for a moment? Thank you kindly. And oh, thank you kindly. Over there. Thank you very much. Red, what was it?
I rolled another wisdom save. I rolled a nat 2. That coin pouch is gone.
Marvelous.
It's in your pocket.
I'm happy to roll sleight of hand if you want me to, but Penelope has pocketed it.
Regardless, you pocketed it. I don't know whether Martin would be looking, or if Martin's busy looking for other people.
Martin's packing up. He's sorting himself out. He'll be fine. Red, would you mind walking with me?
Of course.
Whilst they gather the things, I'll give you a brief overview of the general area. Marvelous. Thank you so much, everyone. Devil's Staircase. This way. Follow me. Gets a mite bit muddy, so watch the old feet there.
Great. Got my boots on, so that'll be fine, right? Oh God, I don't know what to expect.
Marvelous. A fine pair of boots just keeps you there. Make sure can you keep hold of the easel there. Make sure has everyone got hands full? I don't think there's anything left behind. Oh, yes. Make sure everyone's got their hands full. Marvelous. Good. Follow me. And we'll start leading them down one of the paths.
Okay, how is everyone who's carrying a thing feeling right now? How specifically Poe and Rory, because you're carrying paintbrushes and an easel.
Poe's pretty frustrated because for the first part of this journey, he had been kind of again lagging behind at the back, but this time so that he could like sneak the occasional look at that beautiful, shiny, iridescent scale that he finally acquired last night. And really trying to be subtle about it, but not entirely succeeding, that he's kind of passing it off like he's not looking at something. But now that his arms are full of paintbrushes, this is his kind of equal trade, as is his want, for the favor of the guidance from Martin. So he feels like he kind of has to carry them, but it means that he just has to know that precious thing to him is in his pocket, rather than like object permanence. Get eyes on it.
And what about Rory, who's had things thrust into his arms?
I think he's very much in the zone of just like, I've been given a task, I guess I'm doing that now. It's just sort of like, when something is said assertively enough to you, it just kind of is just like, it's happening, I guess.
Okay. And Pen, you've pocketed this coin purse.
I still conflicted, very guilty. Like in her head right now, she's going, "Oh, it's gonna be good. He gave it to me, but is it stealing? But he gave it to me. It's not stealing. Is it stealing?" And not really looking at where I'm going currently. Like if someone were to stop walking in front of me, I'd walk straight into them.
As you're having these conflicting thoughts in your head, you get another flash in your mind, and the flash just says, "Sometimes to be good, you have to be bad."
Okay, well then. Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna then feel the coin pouch and see if there's anything abnormal in it that doesn't feel like it would be a coin.
Okay. Are you gonna look, or are you just gonna like place a hand in?
Just gonna feel, because I'm trying not to draw attention to the fact that I stole it.
Okay. You put your hands in your pockets as though you're just like keeping them warm in this kind of cold morning air. That's not suspicious, definitely not. And you put your hand into this coin purse. And nothing odd about what's in there. It's metal, it's coins, but there's a lot of them.
This guy get his money. Is either Poe or Rory carrying any like sheets of paper, like past drawings Martin's made?
Oh, sorry. I'm. Martin's carrying the painting that was on the easel under.
But
under
there's
his
no
arm.
like sketchbook or something
No.
that Martin's got with them. Okay.
No.
Penelope's trying to find a connection between the heavy machinery Ewan's crew was carrying and this Pine Martin's heavy coin purse, and seeing if maybe schematics, engineering, like how is there a link here? Just brain in overdrive, still not paying attention to surroundings.
Great. And then cut back to Martin Pine Martin and Red Bantam Fleet walking ahead together. What are we doing?
Red, do you mind if I called you Red?
No, that's my name.
Wonderful, glorious, delightful. Martin Pine Martin, always a delight. May I? Do you mind? Do you, out of curiosity, do you speak bird folk?
Do I look like a guy who speaks bird folk?
It's just always worth checking, you know. And we'll start saying like kind of conversational, very simple, what's this say? Greetings. Where is the library?
Oh, you've travelled. You're travelled, my man.
I have journeyed to and there.
And back again, am I right?
Am I right?
I
Sorry,
guess.
do you mind if we switch back?
Let's switch back.
We'll switch back. I tried. It's worth a try, you know. It's
It
always
was
worth.
really good.
I try and pick up new things as much as I can, but it's one of those. Whereabouts are we? Oh yes, follow this way, and we'll start kind of leading slightly off. It's a slightly more like kind of overgrown path, but it's still close enough to the path.
So how did you end up round here, Martin?
Family, you know, I love them dearly, can't get away from them. Can't get away from them. They're wonderful, love them dearly, obviously my little ones. But of course, one of my partners, unfortunately, they went missing a while ago. So I've decided to start familiarizing myself with the area, getting to know everyone and getting to know everything, and in the hopes that they'll turn up at some point. I assume they will. everyone's somewhere, you know.
Oh yeah, I hope so. We're looking for some missing folk too. Did you have any leads?
Oh, good gracious, missing folk. There's plenty of missing folk. There's one or two that go missing every few months, years, all of those. Too many, I would say.
We're talking about a whole circle here, whole circle of Gallus, just gone.
Really?
Really?
Oh, what ghastly business. No, I couldn't. I mean, were any of them pine martens, out of curiosity?
No,
Ah.
they were not.
Well, it's worth a try.
Sorry, mate.
No, none taken. It's just, you know how it is. You find people and you connect a bit, and then you've got the kids, and then it's just you're looking after them as much as you can, and well, I do my best, you know.
Yeah.
Have
Reggie's
you
thinking about leaving his kids at home with his wife again.
have you children, Red? Have you little ones?
I have two. A handful.
Okay, 5. We got 5 in the end. Bless them.
My goodness, you guys are doing it differently, huh?
No. My sister-in-law ended up with 7. Oh, ghastly. There's a handful. Too many.
Too many.
Just this way up here. Where did my hat go? On my head. Glorious. Wonderful. I thoroughly enjoyed the time we spent together, all of you. Rory, keep up there. Hello. Wonderful.
Scuffles little legs forward.
Wonderful.
So where are you taking us, Martin?
Towards the Devil's Staircase. It's a lovely little place just beforehand. It's a beautiful view over the loch. Yes, absolutely stunning. The leaves, when they're towards autumn, beautiful. My heart, it soars. But also it's close to. Well, I would say it's close by the family, but it's not too far from the homestead. So if need be, we can have a brief cup of tea if anyone's up for it. But we'll see. I'll lead you there. We'll sit down, and if need be, I can draw you a map. Marvelous.
That would be great. Yeah.
Did I? Oh, who's got the brushes? Has anyone got the brushes? Marvelous.
Yeah.
Thank you kindly, Poe. Just checking to make sure. Good. Sorry.
I did have one question. Sorry if this is a stupid question.
No, there are no such things as stupid questions, dear Poe.
What is the Devil's Staircase?
Oh.
And where does it go up? Does it go down? Where does it go? Why are we?
Oh,
is it really the Devil's Staircase?
I think it's fairly secular. I think. I mean, it's jury's out
Whose
on
staircase
some.
is it?
Well, I mean, what's in a name, obviously, but it's more a. If you think, imagine a mountain, and are you? Well done. Good.
There's one over there.
Right. So it's imagine like a little bit of it has a little bit of a ledge, and then there's beneath that another bit of a ledge, and then if you keep going down, there are more ledges along the way. It's imagine like a staircase going up a mountain. But it's also quite pleasant. Some lovely streams. It's no, not up and down like that would be more of a devil's wavelength. This is more of a staircase.
At this point, can I get all 4 of my players to make me survival checks, please?
Oh shit.
I mean, I can try.
21.
Okay, 16.
Are you just ashamed, Khalil, or are you?
Yes, and both.
And Red?
Sorry, I'm rolling digitally and it's going wrong.
Nice.
But okay.
I think Poe is too
9.
preoccupied.
Okay. suppose, preoccupied with carrying the paintbrushes,
Yeah.
listening to Martin talk a lot as you're wandering through. It is confusing as like you're not able to keep a track of your surroundings.
And I can feel the pull of the thing in my
Mm.
pocket as well, in the back of my head.
Very much like the one ring you want to slip a hand in to touch this scale. Red, you're listening intently to everything that Martin's saying and not really paying attention to where you're going. Rory, you have a little bit more of an idea of where things might have been tracking. And Pen, you realise where is he taking you? This is not right. Like, this is the wrong direction. This doesn't make sense. And then there's a flash in your mind, and you see a snake moving through grass.
Wait!
Oh, can't stop now. We've got miles to go.
No, wait.
Oh, all right. Oh, hold.
Where are we going?
Well, like I say, the old homestead, just before Devil's Staircase. Is everything all right?
You mentioned someone in your family's gone missing.
Ah, yes.
How many are there? How many were there in your family apart from you?
Well, I've got the 5 children, my dear partner, and then my other partner. But that's maybe that's just how we Pine Martins do.
What were their names?
All of my children.
Yeah.
All right. We've got Grover, Elmo, Siegfried, Fafnir. We're on a bit of a Norse thing on that one. We've got Sigurd, my partner who went missing. That was Jeremy, and the partner who still have is Samantha.
Can I make an insight check?
Of course you can.
Did I also make an insight check from just what the hell is going on here?
So you both can.
So that's a 17 for my
I
insight
don't
check.
know if Martin wants to roll
Do you want me
anything.
to? I will roll a thing.
21.
Okay. With me? Just pulling up the old din-dun-dun.
I can't get past them. Sorry.
Grover and Elmo have ruined me.
Look. Classic storytelling names. Like I don't see what the problem is.
Grover, Elmo, and Fafnir.
So who was it who got the 24?
I got 21.
21 for
21.
Alex. I got a
Okay,
17, so.
Okay. So he's telling the truth. Like this very clearly. There's one bit that doesn't quite add up, but like for the rest of it, he's telling the truth.
With the 21, do I know which bit that is?
Talking about the homestead.
And I think, Alex, if Rory's also worried, if Rory's trying to figure out what's going on here, Penelope is very obviously very afraid. Which is not something you've seen before.
If I'm seeing this, even
Yes.
if I'm not part of this conversation, but
Yeah.
I've always known Penn to be, generally a pretty kind of confident and
Was
assertive
calm and
person.
collected yesterday when the dog was chasing us, and now is scared of this Pine Martin. Yeah.
I would just sort of put my hand on the sword and just sort of flick it up an inch and glance down at the blade.
That's lovely.
Okay,
In
Red.
this moment, I think Red also cast mage armor. I won't go into the mechanics of how he's able to do that, but he is casting mage armor
It's just confidence.
on himself. Yeah, just oozing out armor.
Positive
Is everyone
self-talk.
That's not...
Horrible, Rachel.
You're
Everyone
welcome.
seems very jumpy.
What does Rory's sword look like, Sam?
As you hear, everyone seems very jumpy. There's the flick back on the latch to look at the blade. You look down at the blade, and then everybody feels like you're not alone anymore. And there is a path ahead, trees on either side as the road starts to weave up. You're definitely going uphill, but there's someone behind you. And then at the same time, Rory, you notice the blade glow. As Penelope, you hear a voice from ahead of you say, "Oh, little shit's come back." And
Motherfucker.
I'm going to get us all to roll initiative, and then we're going to go to a break. and welcome back. We left at the start of our break as our players had been led up the mountain by Martin Pine Martin and were very suspicious, or at least one of our characters was very suspicious about the route that they had been taken. And then you noticed that there was at least one individual behind your group and one ahead, as Penelope, you heard a familiar voice say that little shit was back. And standing atop a tall mushroom, you see a Gerbine wearing a waistcoat, holding a sword. This is a familiar face to you, the leader of your former gang.
Ewan, you motherfucker.
Hey, there's no need for the language, is there, little shit?
No need? You not remember?
Don't know what you're talking about, mate. What about you? Do you remember? Looks over and Angus steps out. You see this tawny owl wearing armour and a helm. Nah, no idea what he's on about. What about you? And then you feel behind you there's just like the small little body of Edie the pickpocket. Nah, don't remember
Edie?
anything. Totally fine. We got a moment. They're all claiming nothing's gone wrong, and then we'll look over at Martin and be like, Martin, you brought us another one.
I know. I'm sorry about this. I was hoping to get a bit further on. Sorry about that.
No.
Next time.
You
Next
brought
time.
them to the right place. And we'll enter combat, folks. Rory, you are top of the round. What would you like to do? Oh, you're muted, Alex.
Just to double check, which one is Martin Pine again? Okay. And the owl at the bottom is
That is
pickpocket.
Angus. No, that's Angus.
Oh, Angus. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was picturing 90 degrees round. Okay. In that case, I want to move in between Pen. Well, not in between because there's not really room, but like in such a place as I would be next to Pen to sort of block the way from Angus to Pen. And I'm gonna hold my action for if Angus attacks Pen. I don't think I have anything particularly useful there. Not at this point, no. I will be, however, holding. Not that I'll be able to use them in that context, but rapier one hand and my fabric shears in the other.
You're also carrying an easel.
I'd drop that.
God damn. Easel. My easel.
Dropping something is a free action. You
Damn
can
it.
drop as many things you want in a round.
No, but painting takes action upon.
I know, it's...
Oh, of course. In
takes
this
dedication.
economy, Khalil.
That brings us to Pen. You are up next on our round.
Okay, I'm going to just my attention's still on Ewan, and I'm just going to yell at him, "You let me drown!" As I cast Eldritch Blast, and at the same time, a fin erupts out of the ground next to Ewan, which is also going to try to smack him into the Eldritch Blast. So I'm going for bonus action, Tentacle of the Deep, action, Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Does Ewan need to make some sort of
Nope.
save for the tentacle?
Nope, it's just two
Okay,
attack rolls.
perfect.
That is going to be a dirty 20 on the Eldritch Blast.
Will indeed hit, yeah.
For 11 points of force damage.
Okay.
And then a 14 on the tentacle.
Tentacle will not hit. So this tentacle erupts and it will try to smack into the small mouse with the sword, who will dodge out of the way, but dodges directly into the line of this eldritch blast that you've fired towards this mushroom. Is that your full turn? That's your...
That is actually action if Rory's put himself between me and Ewan and has started attacking Ewan, I'm gonna just dash up next to Red. Sort of to the right of Red.
You can do that, and you will
can.
be able to be attacked from there. About there? Are happy with that?
Yeah, about
Perfect.
there. And that's my turn. And I believe because I've now... Oh no, sorry, you were holding until Ewan tried to attack me, weren't you, Alex?
Perfect. Okay. With that, we are going to watch as Ewan will hop down from the top of this tall mushroom and run up on you all. And actually, he's not going to run. He is going to use his standing leap to jump 30 feet and will just be right next to you as a jumping mouse. And is then going to take his rapier and make 3 attacks against you. So we are going to have...
My AC is not fantastic.
Oh, that is a natural 20 on my first roll.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
So that is going to be 18 points of damage.
Ow. Oh, that's not how we do math.
And is then going to do the same to hit you again. That's going to be a 12, which I assume misses.
12 misses, yeah. Just.
And the last one is going to be an 11, so that will miss you.
That will also miss.
He will take one swipe and hit you really.
He would have taken an attack of opportunity from the tentacle.
Perfect, okay.
Because that stays up, sorry.
No worries.
That is a 22 to hit.
Yes, that will hit.
For, I believe it's 1d8 of damage. Yep, that is going to be 12 points of cold damage. Okay. And his speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Perfect. Okay, grand. Thank you very much.
Doesn't affect his jumping.
That is his turn, bringing us on to Red. You're up next.
Okay. So I think... How is the little Jabin doing after that cold damage?
He's all right. He's like he's small, but he's hardy.
All right. Well, you know what? I might try it anyway. All right. So I just look at him and go, well, bet he didn't like that tentacle slap, huh? Or how about a chicken slap? But then I don't actually slap him. I actually cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter and snap my knee instead as I laugh.
Perfect. What save does he need to make?
Wisdom save.
He rolled an 18.
Yeah, he saved. Okay, never mind.
No worries. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna heal in words on 10.
Okay, roll your healing. That brings us on, unless you're moving, or are you staying where you are?
No, I'm staying where I am.
That is going to bring us on to Edie, who at this point is going to look straight at Pen, and is just going to be like, why don't you just fucking die? Why don't you just stay there and die when we left you there? And I need you to make me a charisma saving throw, please.
Fuck.
18.
Okay.
That was 7 healing, by the way. Sorry.
Thank you.
So they attempted to taunt you, which does not work. But they've still shouted that at you, which not very nice of them, is it? Like, they don't seem to be very nice to you.
You always were an idiot.
Poe, that brings us to you.
Okay, loyalty is very important to corvids in general. And, the interpretation of what loyalty exactly means can vary. Pickpocketing from a traveling companion can be shoehorned into some kind of morality. But now I'm the aggrieved one. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to can I scramble up the tree that is to the left of Martin Pine?
Yeah, like somewhere in here, you'd have enough like movement to do that. That'd be fine. You wouldn't
Yes,
take
I
an
have
attack.
commenced scrambling.
Scrambling has started.
Scrambling is a
A
code.
scramble.
And for a bonus action, this is normally a really powerful skill, but against Martin, it's probably going to be actually pretty difficult. But as a bonus action, I'm going to use insightful fighting. So I'm going to do a bonus action insight check against your deception.
Ooh, okay. Want me to roll for the deception or just?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's
Cool,
contested.
I'll do that. Okay. Yeah. That is a 7.
Oh wow. Okay, I got a 16. I didn't roll great.
Sorry, bud.
Um,
I'm a sneaky fat.
even still, I'm gonna get my sling out and load up like a little pebble or something, and just kind of launch a little pebble at you.
Little pebble.
Flame's deadliest weapon of the olden times.
What's my attack? 5. So that is going to be a 17 to hit.
That hits.
And because you're next to red, I get sneak attack, right? So, it's alright. It's low level. High level rogues.
We're all low level, Khalil, so it's gonna hurt. Shut up, Sam.
No,
That's
I think Martin's broken. Sorry, carry on.
OP. 13 points of, I guess, bludgeoning damage? I'll assume.
Cool.
Just kind of.
Like, ow.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
You scramble over up this tree, look really hard, find nothing, load up, and launch a pebble.
And the fuck you is partly for the betrayal and partly because I don't understand you.
Is that your turn?
Yes,
Perfect.
that's it.
That brings us on to our Strig at the back, who's going to look directly. He's quite a big owl, and next to it, like a crested tit, be like, "Are all your friends left, you little buddy? What's that all about? Don't they care?" And is then going to take 2 attacks against you. First one is going to be 14 to hit.
That hit.
And that is going to do 8 points of piercing.
Okay.
And the second one is going to be a 15 to hit.
Hits.
And that's going to be 7 points of piercing.
Okay.
At that point, they're then going to use their maneuver ability and switch places with you. You sit there,
Okay.
no one cares, and move you out of the way. And that brings us to Mart.
We'll turn, kind of look up at Poe. Think, don't know what that's about, but sorry, folks, this isn't my wheelhouse. And we'll turn invisible.
Grand.
Well, I didn't see that coming.
You can still make attacks of opportunity against invisible creatures. It's just a disadvantage.
True.
You can try to break his concentration if he does move.
Are you going to move, or are you going to stay where you are?
I'm staying where I am. But nobody knows that yet.
Oh,
Perfect. Rory, we're back to you. You've been hit and then moved out of the way by this much larger owl.
Okay, so I am going to spin round with Morag's sword and stab him in the back.
Nice.
Which I'm just going to check the exact mechanics because I'm a swashbuckler.
I
That
believe
gets
you
sneak
do.
attack.
You do,
Mhm.
yeah. I
As
think
long
you
as you-
do.
Does it give me advantage? Is what I'm just checking on.
No, I think
it
it's if you hit, you automatically get sneak attack as a
Yes.
swashbuckler.
So that is a 16 to
Does
hit.
not hit.
Oof. In which case I will try again with my shears on my offhand. That does not hit. Now I'm just checking another quick mechanic here. Okay, so using fancy footwork, it means I can't receive an attack of opportunity against a creature I've made an attack against.
Okay.
So I am going to move up to sort of like guard Penn's flank.
Yeah, I'll move you up there. Perfect. You don't take that attack. You are up here. Perfect. Now, you did the old switcheroo after he did the switcheroo to you. Is that your turn?
Like a cave.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's
Aw.
very Scottish. Pen, as your go. Your friends have boxed you in.
How far apart are Ewan and Edie?
They are. That is about 30 feet on this
Oh,
map.
okay, that's too far. That's okay. In that case, I'm gonna move bonus action. I will move the tentacle to be within 10 feet of Ewan again. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that first. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave, in a way that I hit Ewan but not Red.
Okay. Yeah, you can. Is it a cone or is it just? Remind me,
It's a square.
Perfect.
I
You
think.
can do that.
Yeah. So can you make a Constitution save, please?
Con save. That is 17.
Okay, he makes a save, so he will take 6 points of thunder damage, and he's not pushed back. I'll then move the tentacle, so it's within 10 feet of him, and make a strike with the tentacle as well, which is a dirty 20, for another 10 points of cold damage.
Okay. He's looking bloodied at this point.
Action, bonus action. And I'm just gonna look him in the eyes. What the fuck have you done with Astrid?
Oh,
That's my turn.
she's over there, and she will just appear in the woods at that point. She's just been off, like taking a quiet moment, and like appears. Your friend is in the woods, and she'll just trudge up and be like, "Pen,
Astrid?
what you did? You died."
Yes, I did. No thanks to them.
She stays where she is. That brings us on to Ewan's turn. Who's going to look at you having a chat with your friend. Is then going to take 3 attacks against you as well. I've killed you once. I'll fucking kill you again. And that's going to be a 22 to hit on the first attack. That is going to be 7 points damage.
Okay.
The second one is going to be a 19 to hit.
Hits.
That is going to be a max damage of 12 piercing damage.
Okay.
And the first one,
I'm
It's
going to
gonna-
take interception on that one. When a creature you can see hits target other than you within 5 foot of you with an attack, I can reduce it by 1d10 plus 2.
okay, you're doing it for the one that
That's-
just hit?
Yeah.
Okay, that's really good because that left me at 2 hit points otherwise.
Yeah, that's I was saving it for the biggest hit. Not great, but that's 6 less at least.
That's okay. That means I'm on 8 hit points instead.
The final one will be a 14 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay. And that is going to be 8 points of damage.
I'm down.
Fuck.
And we'll just hold the blade against your unconscious neck. Stay down this time. And that will bring us on to Red. You watch as Pen drops to the floor. And the invisible Martin has disappeared. And a badger has appeared in the woods.
Okay, well, Red just goes, fuck this, and gets out his wand of magic missile. You said the Javine is down, is looking bloodied. I'm gonna cast it, magic missile at 2nd level, all 4 darts going into him.
Okay, roll your damage.
Okay.
I'm really getting is it Nate Dogg or Warren G in Regulate? That's the vibe I'm getting from Red right now.
That's 14 damage.
Okay, 14 damage. All of these force missiles are launched directly at him, and he takes them all right in the chest just after holding that blade to Pen's neck. He's still up, but he's not looking good.
Okay.
Anything else?
Yeah, as my bonus action, I'm gonna cast a 2nd level healing word on Pen. Oh wait, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I just checked. I can totally do
that's
that. That's 9 healing.
Thank you.
Your eyes open, you see the blade against your throat.
Piece of shit.
That is Edie's turn again. And this time, what are they going to do? They are... Where is everybody? Yeah. They're going to look...
Oh no.
They're going to look at the Penelope's eyes opening again and just be like, I told you to just fucking die this time. And it's going to cast Shatter on all 3 of you who are there.
Will this hit Pine Martin? Martin Pine.
Yes,
Martin
it
Pine,
would.
Martin.
Actually, it would be centered enough that Martin's going to have to make the save as well. So for Shatter, it is a Wisdom save. Please.
19.
16.
Okay.
15.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry.
Do I have to do it in the tree?
No, you're fine. And Red?
Oh, sorry. What did I have to roll?
Wisdom save, please.
I mean, it's gonna fail because it's 6 plus something. 6 plus 1, 7.
Okay, so we have a failure for Red and a save for everybody else. So the damage there is going to be... what's my dice? 3d8.
And survive this. Probably won't.
12 points for Red and 6 for
Nope.
everyone else.
Still conscious.
You're still up?
I'm still up.
Okay.
Yep,
Yes.
about 9 hit points.
You are
Thanks to
still-
Red.
Jeez, all right, folks.
The real question is, did Martin maintain concentration?
You roll a concentration on your invisibility.
Yeah. I think I'll be fine. He's managed to get 18 on that, so he's
Yeah.
fine.
You
Oh.
This character, he's so weird.
stay invisible, you take the shatter, but you're still invisible. Poe, we're up with you next.
Can I see?
Mm-hmm. You can
Sorry,
see.
go ahead.
Jim.
No, sorry, you were going to
I
say
was just
something.
saying
Come on, it's
that was just an explosive ball of force around your friends. But you still can't see.
Yeah, that sucks. But can I see, more importantly than seeing Martin, can I see the stone that I hit Martin with?
outside of combat, make a perception check to see if you noticed what it went. This is not an action, this is just what's it.
Sorry, I was so excited I threw my dice off the table.
Ah,
Perception, that is going to be an 8.
No, sorry, you can't see it.
Can I fly down and search for it with an action?
Yeah.
Not
you
fly
abso-
down.
Glide down, absolutely. And search for it with an action. Yes, absolutely. So
Yeah.
same again.
That's much better. That's a 22.
Yeah. There's lots of pebbles around, but you can see the exact one that made an indentation in the side of the face of Martin.
Great. I kind of pick it up in my hand and kind of turn it over. But that is my action, and then my bonus action would have been that perception check, I guess. So
Awesome. It is going to be the Strig's turn again. So this owl is going to rush up on Rory once again. In terms of you switch places and then switch places again, ran away. You made it look a little silly. It's going to take 2 short sword attacks against you. The first of which is going to be a 19. So that is going to be 9 points of damage.
Arm down.
You're down. Okay.
Arm down.
It's going to hit you again. And that's a 17. So that is 2 death saves.
It is.
And the blade will be held against Rory. Looking directly at Penelope. Didn't have to be this way, pal. You could have just died before. And now it's Martin's turn.
I'm gonna attack Red. For, like, kind of from this invisible patch of air next to a corvid holding a pebble. You see this rapier suddenly appear, and that is for 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, cool. So that'll be 1d8 plus the sneak attack and an extra 1d6 from...
You don't have to do that for me.
Are you
You
sure?
can leave that one off.
Are
I'm
you
sure?
sure?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
an
I'm
extra
good.
d6 for the ambush prey? Are you sure?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Go on then.
Okay, just why not? Why not? So that is 22 points of damage.
Peace out. I'm down.
but you're visible now.
I am visible now.
You become visible again. And then Poe, you watch as Red goes down, as Rory goes down, as Penelope is on the floor, looking defeated. And before we come back to Rory, there will just be the voice again saying, "We can stop this now. Come quietly. Got some people who might want to meet you." Or they can, they can just...
We didn't start this.
Oh, you absolutely did by wandering in here.
We didn't wonder. He brought us here.
Well, he usually brings us here if he's got information about what the fuck you're looking for. So, what is it? What are you looking for?
That stopped being your business the day I died.
It's been my business as long as there's gold in my pocket from the people who put it there. And it continues to fill up and keeps my pockets heavy. Last chance.
I'm gonna look at the flipper behind him, spectral, slowly waving in the wind, and just think, What do I do? Is this why you saved me?
A flash in your mind. You're wrenched from the bottom of a deep loch after succumbing to the heavy weight of water in your lungs. A large, scaled creature lifts you from the water. A long neck, a large, greyish body. You rise again. And then you wake up back on the shore, playing over the memories of that time you drowned. Sometimes you've got to be bad to be good. Sometimes friendship matters more.
Okay, Nessie. Tentacle vanishes. Let me heal my friends, and we'll come with you.
Not a chance. Bats you over the head, the lights go out, everything goes black. And you watch this happen, Poe.
Hold on. Wait.
All right, it's nothing personal, you know.
It's personal now. Not with you lot, but with you. You.
Paul, I
It's too
really
late.
appreciate your help earlier. I will say that. I appreciate you carrying my stuff.
Carry you into the grave. But take the sword away from my friend. We can make a deal.
You get over here.
Right?
Get over here.
What do you
Come
want?
stand here. I've got people who want
Boss
to.
wants a
People
word.
want to speak to you. Come here. You're quite a big crow. You're looking at a small mouse. He's going to gesture with a sword up to you.
I kind of compose myself a little bit, ruffle my feathers, and then I'll walk over in that kind of crow head bobbing way.
We'll
Do the
look
last
at-
couple of steps as those kind of cute little hops they sometimes do.
And like, I have no personal beef with you. I have personal beef with that one there. But that's neither here nor there. That's not the point in this. We've just got bigger fish to fry. Thank you, Martin. And we'll hand over like a large bag of platinum.
Oh,
And-
thank you kindly. And, oh, just one thing. And we'll go to Pen's body and just take the bag of coins from that as well. So, thanks very much, boss. Same time next week?
Same time tomorrow if you find them.
Tomorrow, fine, okay. All right, safe journeys.
And with that, Ewan will look past your shoulder, Poe, and be like, put him in the dark. And you feel a bag go over your head. You're a crow. You're out like a light. Everything goes dark. And we're going to say goodbye to Martin at that moment as the world around you all goes dark. And hours later, is it hours? Could it be days? You all... First of all, I'd say that Poe, you come to first as the one who didn't actually get physically knocked out. You were just put into a induced sleep with a bag. And you feel yourself lying against hard stone, cold. Still got the bag over your head, but you're starting to wake up a little bit. You hear a voice saying, Philip, please wake up. We need to get out of here. Philip. And you feel yourself getting
Philip.
shaken by a pair of feathery hands.
Philip, Philip, Philip.
You wait. Oh, he's really taking a knock to the head. I'll get the bag off your head.
Philip.
You,
Who do
you're
I
not
see?
Philip.
You're not Philip, are you?
And you look into the two very black eyes of a very familiar face. And that's where we're going to stop. As Poe wakes up in a cell, alone, looking at another Corvum.
Ooh.
Where are Red? Where is Pen? Is Rory alive? We'll find out next time. Thank you so much, folks. Before we go, Reese, thank you so much.
Thanks,
you
lovely
bastard!
people.
You
Thank you for letting
bastard!
me
I'm gonna
play.
fight you.
Thank you so much. I really enjoy the time that we spend together.
Reese, thank you so much for coming to play with us. Could you tell us a little bit more about where people could find you on the internet or elsewhere?
Okay. You can find me and anything I do at reeselawton.com because I'm a very old man and social media. I have absolutely no cohesion on social media. But you can find out what I'm up to on reeselawton.com, or I think I've got an Instagram. I'll figure it out. But
By the time this drops, you will.
oh yeah, I'll make sure I will. But I really enjoyed today. Thank you so much. It's been glorious. I feel like I should spell my name for some reason. So that's RHYS.
On the screen.
Oh yeah, it's on the screen. RHYSLAWTON.com. I won't spell com. That would be patronizing. So
Full stop.
full stop. All the info is there.
0M.
Thank you so much for coming to play with us, and as always to Dachor, Khalil, Alex and Rachel, thank you so much for playing in this silly little story that's got quite dark. And we will be back again next time with episode 4. Thank you all so much, folks. See you later.